Hello and welcome back to my scraproom. My name is Jennifer Perry and we are continuing our Jack Workshop Your Way. This is going to be layout 3. If you are following along or you need to go back and figure out what the other two videos are, I'm going to link video 1 and video 2 in the comment boxes below so that you can get a hold of those. And I did a few things extra with these two layouts that I typically have not done in the past. So let me get them all sorted out real fast. The first thing that I did is I stitched. Now in your kit you're going to receive a full packet of twine, but instead of just putting the twine through here and wrapping it around, I actually stitched mine on here. This is Whisper DMC thread, or you may use your twine, just separate your twine out. And then I also took my needle and threaded these directly inside the, here let me see if I can show you. I took my needle and just stuck it directly underneath like that and threaded the thread through and then tied knots. So I did it on this one there, and then on this one up top. So those are what I did in advance. The other thing I did, because these are supposed to be outdoor layouts, is I took some distressing inks. In my case, I used the Whisper Re-Inker. This has a different color in it because I wanted you to be able to see it. But I took the Whisper Re-Inker and I stuck it in a mini sprayer with some water. So it's probably however much water this holds, and 3 or 4 drops of Re-Inker. That's all it is. I sprayed it and then I set it aside and let it dry. These are supposed to be outdoor type photos, and I wanted it to have a dirtier feel. Does that make sense? I've never been camping and stayed clean. These are all 3x3s, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I wanted to kind of dirty it up a little bit because I don't know about you, but when I go camping, I get dirty. So now that that's done, I went and did all the cutting, and the cutting template can be found on the cutting guide. And you basically go to myscraproom.net, go to the shopping tab. Once you go to the shopping tab, then you're going to find the kits. Once you find kits, then you're going to click on Jack. Now in Jack, over by where the cart is, or where it says like number 1 to go into your cart, right under that it's going to say download cutting guide. Just download it to your computer and print it off. And that is the cutting guide that we are using for this kit. So I went and did all of the cutting because I'm trying to kind of speed this process up a little bit for you on the viewing side of it. And we've been cutting together since January. So it's time for me to go a little bit faster for you, because I would hate to stay in one mode and then you've advanced and I'm still teaching beginner cutting and you're like, okay, got it, don't need you to teach me that anymore, we're good, move along. So I'm just trying to move along. So we're going to take the 3x3 photo squares. Now yours is not going to have these photo squares. It's not going to have this part. I cut this part out to show you A, where the photo goes, and B, so that when my sister gets her album, she knows where the photos go. Because remember, I do 2 layouts, one for her and one for me, and I like to let her know where to put her photos. So these are just going to be 3x3 layouts, or 3x3 photos. And as you can see, once the cutting's done, this takes no time at all. This stitching probably took me 10 minutes, maybe. I literally was watching YouTube videos while I was doing it. So not long at all. This card right here, in your kit you're going to receive 2 sheets of cut apart cards of the Picture My Life cards. These are those cards. I just cut it apart. And I'm going to use my score tape here because it's going to be sitting over the stitching. So I wanted to have just a little bit more backing. Anytime I'm adhering anything down over the stitching, I want it to have a little bit more oomph than just the regular adhesive. Okay, and see, this one's not over the stitching, so I can just put it straight down. Okay, so I'm not going to put the embellishments on just yet. I'm going to set this page aside and move on to the next one. And then once I've got both done, I'll put the embellishments on. So because this side has been wet, I'm going to use my score tape to help it stay down. Now the more it's in your album, it will flatten out. Right now it's a little bumpy. There's some layouts that I did at convention that I went really crazy with the water. So they are all kinds of curled. But I'm not worried because when they go in my albums, the weight of the album is going to flatten out the paper. And that will work for me. The paper right now is completely dry, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm not putting wet paper down in my layouts. I did give it time to completely dry. I didn't want it to stay there. So as you can see, these are going together really, really quickly. My hand just stuck to it again. So you are going to go here. This is another one of those PML cards that I cut apart. That is going to be for your journaling. Okay. So let's fix this real fast. So as I was saying in my video 2, yes, I'm filming these back to back because if I don't, I'll forget what I'm doing. What I was saying in video 2, if you were listening along on that one, I'm going to take my camera with me to retreat, and I thought I would videotape my process at retreat and then come home and do some voiceovers and kind of explain what I was doing when. A lot of it depends on how much I'm getting done. It is also going to be, and the whole purpose of this retreat is, it's also my daughter's 21st birthday. So we're going to a safe location where there's no driving, because she wants to drink on her 21st birthday, and I want her to be able to do so safely. So we're getting some ladies together, and if she wants to have a couple of glasses of wine on her birthday, I'm going to let her have a couple of glasses of wine on her birthday because she's 21, but I want to make sure she stays safe. So, given that information, with me trying to film, it will also need to be, is Jenny coherent? Am I putting together stuff that is worth filming? Because I am a lightweight, normally half a glass of wine, and I am done. So I cannot make any promises as to what these are going to look like when they're done at retreat. But it could be for some entertaining viewing. I don't know. I'm just giving you some fair warning on what it may be like at the retreat. Okay. So we're going to pull over our dots because we need those. We're going to dump these out. These are the same embellishments that you get. I just baggied them all up depending on what layout I was working on to keep them together for me. Nope, you don't go there. You go there. Alright, I don't understand what I did there. But we obviously don't need to use that one because I cut it wrong. You go there. Where's the bear go? The bear goes there. This arrow goes here. This arrow goes there. This banner goes here. And this arrow goes there. And I'm wondering if I can just... I think I just grabbed the wrong thingy with this one. So we'll just set you aside because that's irritating me. Okay. So this arrow goes here. There's some dots on it. And this one goes here. Okay, well, let's try the fine line bottle. The last video I had a little bit of an issue with it, but I put some more adhesive in it, so let's see how it does this time. Yay! Okay, can you see? That is some very fine adhesive. Now it's probably going to still squish over the edge because I actually got still a little bit too much. But there we go. But it dries completely clear, so I'm not worried about it. Because liquid glass, which is what's in this bottle, is made for dimensional elements, and it does dry completely clear, which makes me happy if it happens to go over the edge. Oh, that works so much better. Liquid glass does come in a bottle that you, in theory, should be able to use like this, but it tends to clog in that particular bottle. And to get it unclogged, you have to snip the nozzle. And then in process of snipping the nozzle, of course, that makes the hole wider. This one, you notice the needle in the cap? The needle in the cap goes in this cap, and it blocks any holes, and then it twists shut. Now I've got this listed as liquid glass, but it is a fine line applicator bottle. It's an 18 gauge tip, and I will be buying more of these because it is doing a very good job. I am quite happy with it. I went to several different stores trying to find the bottle locally. I could not. I had to order it from Amazon. So if you go to my Facebook page, my group, there is a link in the group of how to get this bottle from Amazon. Because I like it that much. So, because I like our liquid glass. I want to be able to use it. Okay, so bring these back side by side and we'll just put the sparklies wherever they go. And while I was putting down that bear, it needs an eyeball. So I'm going to put an eyeball. No, that looks stupid. We're not going to put that there. Okay. And I'm just randomly putting sparkles wherever they go. These are the black and white enamel dots. You stay down. They come with your kit. And just that fast, we are done. So let me show you what we were able to accomplish. This is page 1 of layout 3 of Jack. That adhesive right here, you can still see it, it's rather shiny. It will dry clear. So I'm happy with that. This is layout, or page 2 of layout 3 for the Jack papers. You can see the stitching, you can see the mixed media that I did. There you go. So if you enjoyed this video, or you enjoyed the new format of less cutting, more creating, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If there's something that you feel needs to be done differently, or you're not learning what you feel like you need to be learning, please let me know in the comments. If you don't comment, I don't know. And I'm left just trying to guess what you want. Join the Facebook page. It's listed below if you would like to see more sneak peeks of stuff coming up and crop dates and whatnot if you happen to be local. Until next time, happy scrapping. Bye-bye.